Hey everybody, just one I forgot to do this once again after we recorded the video, but letting you know right now, if you like what you're about to see in this video, definitely like, share, subscribe, share with everybody you know, buy some available comic books, and definitely support us on Patreon. Of course it is mentioned at the end of the video, but definitely gotta try to remember to do this at the beginning too. They're both beginning and the end. So yeah, that way it won't be like I didn't know. So definitely do all that. And here's your special. What's going on, everybody? Here, this is boy King Gabe,
and this is Queen Tina.
And today we are going into for this special Christmas Royal Talk, which surprisingly is the 25th episode. 25th.
And Christmas is on December 25th.
Ironic, isn't it? For our second Christmas World Talk, we're about to take a look at The Grinch That Stole Christmas.
Let me guess, is the anime version?
Not quite. It's the 2000 version starring Jim Carrey himself from The Mask.
Okay, as long as it's sort of fair and good.
Hey, it's not getting ahead, so that's saying something.
Yes.
Yeah, this was actually the first live action adaptation of all of the Dr. Seuss films there, and got pretty popular there. And due to Mike Myers not doing such a good job with Cat in the Hat, yeah, this of the first live action films actually became the most popular and well known. Kind of surprising, being as the Grinch and the Cat in the Hat was supposed to be the mascot of the Seuss world.
Yeah, well, yeah. It is surprising that the live-action Grinch get more popularity than the live-action Cat in the Hat.
Mm-hmm.
But the anime version is the other way around. That the animated Cat in the Hat gets more popularity than the animated Grinch.
I guess just go to show you, a lot of this has to do with who you get to play these roles there.
Yes.
And definitely if you want more detail on that, definitely go to our Cat in the Hat review, which was the very first thing that started this World Talk. And also see our Christmas tree, of course. Yep, they got the little bells and lights and everything on it there. Of course, it won't be kind of hard to see the daylight there. So
yes.
Yep.
Even though it's daylight, it's still cold outside. It's below 20 degrees.
Yep. But I will have a I think I may have done a video previously, but I will have another one just showing how the tree works, where it can show up a little better. Chances are it's probably already up there, so I'll have the link in the description to that there, so you can see the tree for yourself and see it light up and everything. But for now, let's get into the Grinch. Which the Grinch, this live action film, it starts off on a snowflake, sort of like a reference to Horton Hears a Who with the speck there. That, you know how they had that whole tiny world and a speck there.
Yes. And
ironic, even though they didn't do any more live actions after Cat in the Hat, the animated Horton Hears a Who that came after that starred Jim Carrey as Horton.
Ironic. I
guess they say, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That they choose Jim Carrey to be a part of the animated Dr. Seuss universe.
Pretty much.
Instead of Mike Myers.
Yeah, I guess they say, dude, I think you're better off in Shrek.
Yeah.
So of course we go into Whoville. All the people in Whoville are preparing for Christmas, during which we see some teenagers stumble up on the Grinch there, kind of doing like I dare you to go up that mountain and see the Grinch.
Yeah.
I guess this is the Whoville version of Saved by the Bell.
Except with 4 teenagers instead of 6.
Well, probably more teenagers in the movie, but that's the ones that they show us for that scene, though.
Yeah. I know in Saved by the Bell, it has a mix of races.
Oh, yeah.
The main 6 teenagers.
Oh, different ethnicities, huh?
Yeah. I think you have two white teenagers. Well, actually, 3 white teenagers, a Mexican, a Jewish person, and a black girl.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to say one of them was. Okay, you did say Mexican. I thought you were about to say one of them was Asian for a second.
I wish there was an Asian in Saved by the Bell to make it interesting.
Yep. Well, that definitely would. That would have been a really interesting mix to put them for Power Rangers, like we mentioned last time.
Yeah.
And of course, to say a little something about Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey, man, this guy. However you might feel about this movie, I know there's different opinions on this. Even though it made a lot at the box office, there are many that have different feelings toward it. One thing I think we should all be able to agree on is Jim Carrey's performance.
Let's just say he is a natural at it. His performance of the Grinch is so natural that I know he practiced for this before starting the film. Like they mentioned that he meditated of being the Grinch before they put on the costume and makeup, and he's not restrained from the Grinch costume. It's like he could breathe in that Grinch costume. As with Mike Myers kind of had, it looks like he is restrained from the costume and he's trying to get out of the costume, but he can't.
Yeah, pretty much. And even if there was some way around that, it don't seem like he really tried too hard to find anyway. If they had cast someone like Robin Williams, he probably would have made some kind of way to get around that and get in the hat.
There were rumors that Mike Myers was forced to be in the Cat in the Hat. He was forced to be in that movie. And if he decided not to be in the Cat in the Hat, I think he has to face with some lawyers or whatever. I don't know what happened. He had to pay after he had to face with some lawyers. I don't know, or lawsuits.
It's always some kind of. There's always something behind the scenes, and like you say, you never know what the real. No way of really knowing what the real story is unless you're actually there to hear it from the horse's mouth, as the Pharaoh of Egypt said.
Yeah, Mike Myers did admit that he regretted being in the Cat in the Hat. Same goes with Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised.
Yeah.
Yep. But you can definitely tell Jim Carrey didn't have no regrets there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or being forced into it.
I really don't like that nose.
No, he was eating an onion. They treat the onion like it's his apple.
Max, fetch me my cloak. Yep. Yep, like I say, because and that's another good thing about Jim Carrey. While he does bring some comedy to the Grinch, you can still say that's the Grinch, because it's a much different kind of humor than the Mask. It's more satirical and sarcastic and also mean-spirited, which actually matches the Grinch's personality for the first of the movie, since the Grinch is supposed to be a mean guy. Yep. And of course, even down to the point of smiling through the costume.
Especially with that grin.
Oh boy, that is the Grinch. Only way you would even know that this is Jim Carrey would be the fact of us mentioning that it's Jim Carrey, because if you didn't hear anything about this movie and this was your first time viewing, you just popped the movie in, you wouldn't know who's in that costume.
That they might think that the Grinch is real.
In a way, yes. Sort of like how the cast of the Scooby-Doo movie brought the gang to life, despite the way the movie may have came out. Yeah, appearance-wise, they brought the Scooby gang to life. Yep. So of course the Grinch comes down to cause some mischief. I think El Nedge was wondering, why would he just come down to Whoville like this? as opposed to the original story where the only time he came down was just, steal Christmas. Well, to that, in my opinion, just saying, because we've seen other Grinch specials like the Halloween special and Grinch versus the Cat, if you think about those little shorts there, you could say that they may have drawn some inspiration from those shorts and mixed them into this, along with, of course, the main meat, the Grinch that Stole Christmas. Because in the Halloween special, of course, he did cause some mayhem, and he wasn't really even trying to steal any particular holiday. He was just pretty much just doing stuff in that one. And in the Grinch versus the Cat, he had a lot of inventions that he was using to try to, in a way, as we would call it today, kind of troll the cat.
It's the Grinch was animated differently in these specials. Same goes with the voices. They sound differently too.
Oh yeah.
And the special.
It's so many years between when those specials were made, for one thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Given the choice of all three Grinches in these specials, I prefer the one from the anime, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I think that's the best Grinch.
Oh yeah.
The Chuck Jones version.
Yeah, that one he made the Grinch look. When you look at that Grinch from the Chuck Jones version, it's almost like Tom Cat dressed up like that Grinch, because his expressions kind of match Tom Cat and the animation style. I guess that would make his dog played by Jerry the mouse. Yep. So, yeah, that's pretty much. But that's my opinion on theory about why they had the scene of him just going around, pulling pranks in Whoville and vandalism, and of course the male crime. Like jury duty, eviction notice, things that pain that they use. However, during the whole mail heist, he ends up meeting up with Cindy Lou by accident, of course. Due to him trying to stick on the wall like Spider-Man. And Max do something. And of course, this line that we all know from the trailer even before the movie came out. You're the Grinch.
In this version, Sandy Lou saw the Grinch earlier. But in the anime version, the only time that Sandy Lou saw the Grinch is when he was in her house, we're stealing the Christmas tree.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of why as you see throughout this movie, you'll see a lot of while you do get a lot of focus with the Grinch, you get focus with Cindy Lou, sort of a secondary, kind of like how you had that secondary plot to different things there, like a side plot kind of. That's why you see, because she was the only particular person that was called out by name in the cartoon special that interacted with the Grinch. So that explains why they did that.
I know in the anime version they say that Cindy Lou was 2, but in the live action version she looked like she's around 6 years old.
Yeah, and I could kind of that's one thing about adaptations. They are going to change a few things, and I kind of can understand that change in any, especially for a full-length feature film. Yeah, especially if you're trying to do more with this character. Yeah, it would be kind of hard to have a 2-year-old running around, as opposed to at least a 6 or 7-year-old.
If they did put an actual 2-year-old as Cindy Lou and the Grinch, they might have to hire twins to take turns so they won't get too exhausted between takes.
True, and probably I'm not completely sure. I may be wrong, but I'm not completely sure if a 2-year-old be able to, would be able to pull off some of the things that this kid had to do.
Well, the Olsen twins started when they were babies.
Oh, well, the full-on scenes like she was doing there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, more scenes.
Right. Now, again, maybe there might be some 2-year-old that might surprise me because TikTok, the social media seems to be outside of, and not necessarily celebrity, but just people on TikTok are starting to breed some pretty smart little youngsters now. So who knows? And then of course we had some little smart youngsters in the nursery at the church there.
Yes.
Yeah, one of them having their own iPad and stuff. So who knows? It could be possible. Like I said, but unless, only way I would know as a fact would be to actually see it in action with somebody. So if y'all wanna prove me wrong, definitely just share your link to your video so I can take a look and be amazed. So she accidentally gets caught in the wrapping machine, which the Grinch is about to leave at first, but Max urges him to save her. And good thing he did, because the way that thing was stomping on what was supposed to be fragile gifts, not exactly a very happy place for the kiddo.
It'll be worse if they did that in a real life post office. Putting fragile stamps on packages, especially ones with glass in them.
Yeah.
It might accidentally break it. Don't get me started with pottery.
Oh dear. There'll be a lot of complaints put to the post office from the people getting their packages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some people also throw them.
Oh, especially in a lot of films there.
Throw the packages.
Yep. Of course, even though he saves Cindy, of course, he still has to be the Grinch and wraps her up like a Christmas present. However, Cindy does wonder, why did he save her in the first place, though?
Like, is there some good in him on the inside? Even though his heart was 2 sizes too small?
Well, maybe small, but he does have a heart, so apparently there is a little something there.
At least he's not too heartless.
As, alright, Pacha.
Yeah.
Nobody's that heartless.
Yeah.
Or either like, as Shrek mentioned, we have layers.
Yeah.
Well, apparently Grinches have layers too. And speaking of layer, the Grinch's his layer, not the layers metaphorically, but his actual layer, his house that he lives in on the mountain. Yeah, definitely I see vibes of the shorts Cat versus the Grinch in the Halloween special. But he got some inventions up there.
They did say he was an inventor. Oh,
yes. And of course, I think this also carried into the 2018 movie with Doctor Strange as the Grinch, where they really capitalized on those inventions.
And in the 2018 Grinch, he also played the organ.
Oh, yeah. And there's a lot of funny scenes just with, remember, I think I mentioned, I think it was either our review of Sonic or in Brownny's reaction to Sonic. Jim Carrey, whenever he plays a character, must have something in his contract where he has to have just a scene off script just to do random Jim Carrey. And I think a lot of the shots of him in his lair were those scenes, because he like in the lair, answering his machine, and he calls for me. You have no new messages. How about the outgoing? If you so much as utter a syllable, I'll hunt you down and gut you like a fish. If you'd like to fax me, press the star key. He even has a Johnny Bravo reference. Hello! I'm an idiot! You're an idiot! You're an idiot! You're an idiot! You're an idiot! Of course, big difference between the Grinch and Johnny Bravo is Johnny Bravo was an idiot. The Grinch was just being satirical. Yeah. Of course, because he even tried this. I'm going to whisper because then if it reaches you, then it will bounce back and it won't come to me and I won't hear you at all. You're an idiot! You're an idiot!
What?
You're an idiot! You're an idiot! Meanwhile, Cindy Lou interviews people about the Grinch, including these two ladies, probably sisters, that were the ones responsible for nursing the Grinch. And how the babies got here. You know, hey kids, you know when you ask, how many of y'all asked that question, Mom, Dad, where do babies come from? And you got told the story about the stork.
Well, if the stork comes down with the babies, how do the babies come to existence?
Yeah, where does the stork come from? Who delivers the storks? Yeah, see, note to parents. Now, I can understand maybe you want to tell them this at a certain age, like you might, yeah, maybe tell them like, well, let me explain this to you and da-da-da. You know, and that varies on the parent. But my best suggestion, make sure you fill them in before they get to middle school, though.
Yes.
But yeah, tell them the truth.
About where babies come from.
Right, because it'll be much easier to explain that way than trying to explain this stork fantasy. Yeah, so, yeah, a bunch of babies coming from the sky, and of course the Grinch is born that way and becomes a kid and falls in love with a girl named Martha May, who has a really cute overbite, I gotta add there. She definitely got her two front teeth and really cute teeth, by the way.
The way Martha May looks as an adult, look like she's the only normal human.
And she looked like she still has those teeth a little bit there.
As an adult.
Just a little bit. The few times that you have to pay close attention to her mouth opening.
Most of the Who's remind me of dogs.
Oh yeah.
Because some of them have snouts. They might be dogs.
Who knows?
Or possibly cats. You never know.
Yep. Well, apparently, since the Grinch has this crush on Martha May, actually, she has the crush on him first, which leads him to having a crush on her because he notices her looking at him.
Yeah.
The mayor apparently was a kid back then, and him and the other kids started bullying the Grinch about this, and because of how he looks and everything, even to the point of mocking him for the Christmas present he makes for Martha. And even the teacher laughs.
What? Oops.
Are you serious, Teach? The only person that doesn't laugh at the Grinch is Martha May.
And she looked mad.
Which she should be. Yeah, very disappointed in the rest of the class and the teacher.
Well, while they laughing at the Grinch, the Grinch was on a rampage. It's like the Hulk as a kid, you made him angry, and he's on a rampage.
Oh, if you made fun of him there.
Except he might destroy the entire classroom and possibly the entire school.
Yeah, even though Martha May mentioned the muscle.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't get me wrong, Grinch got some strength to him, but yeah, considering gamma radiation in the Hulk, I think that laughter would have ceased a lot sooner.
I know the kids would run out. They would just run out.
Yeah. And this sort of leads to somewhat of the nitpick that's kind of made, some people not like the film or maybe kind of sort of like the film. Now, I do give the people credit for trying to do this PSA on bullying because that was in a lot of stuff back during the time this movie came out. Trying to reach out to kids, different things going on with them. Yep, it could have worked here, but it's just all in the writing there, and the writing here kind of makes the Who's look more so bad than the Grinch there. You're more rooting for the Grinch there.
It's starting to make the Who's like enemies.
Yep, at least the ones that laughed at him anyway.
And then we saw the Grinch as a kid just escaped out of there and climbed up to the mountain crying. He went from angry to heartbroken.
Yeah, and now we see the reason why he is the way he is.
Yes, because of emotional trauma.
Yep. And of course, Cindy, after hearing all this, suggests that at the jubilation that the Grinch be nominated for an award there in order to bring him back into society.
And I know the mayor disagrees because of his past with the Grinch. And let's just say they're not too fond of each other.
Even though the mayor was the one that started all this, there, him and his little group of friends.
It started to make the mayor like the villain of the movie.
Pretty much. However, thanks to the other Who's, as Cindy actually shows up the mayor by pointing out things that are actually in the book, and the mayor has a hard time trying to fight back. Yeah, it's bad when you're pretty bad when a 6-year-old is more right than you are. Yeah, that says a lot. So of course, Cindy Lou is sent up to get the Grinch, and bring him to the jubilation. Let's just say the Grinch, when Cindy arrives there, has this really giant monkey with the symbols, sort of like what you would see in Toy Story 3. Interesting. Despite the Grinch trying to scare Cindy away, she still invites him. Not scared at all of him. And he decides to go after going through a rant of what he's going to wear. And of course, there was a YouTube short that mentioned one scene where he yanks the tablecloth off the table.
Yeah.
The stuff was supposed to go flying everywhere, but it didn't. So he went back and improvised knocking off, which they kept it in the movie, and that was kind of fitting for his character. The Grinch, of course, arrives to the jubilation, and actually it seems like everything's going to go good at first there. He kind of starts to bond with the people in the contest, the gift opening. I will admit they sort of overdo it a little bit, but things seem like they could go up for him, and until the mayor gives him a special gift, which is a razor for a special shave.
Way to bring up the past.
Yeah. And this causes the Grinch to, well, first he goes into a I'll get that later there. He goes into I guess sort of a rant about how some of these Who's are with Christmas, and then terrorizes the town after shaving the mayor's head.
Well, he is telling the truth.
And we even get to see a scene of him riding on this little tiny car, which is what brought us the Grinch's getaway car at Toys R Us and Radio Shack in the commercials back then. But of course, this leads to an explosion, sort of making us think of the Power Rangers. Yep, and almost burned him on the edge when he reviewed the movie.
Whoa.
However, they managed to fix all this back up there, physically, of course, and let's get back to Christmas. But yeah, there's some emotional damage you ain't gonna be able to fix that easily, and most of it, of course, with Cindy Lou.
Between the mayor and Cindy Lou. Well, for the first time, you see that the mayor is angry, but not shouting angry, but just disappointed. And you can see in Cindy Lou's face that she's breaking down. Even though, to be honest, they should be disappointed in the mayor for his actions more so than anything. But no one wants to call the mayor out. No.
Or at least some that do are probably too scared to say anything at this point in time.
Or defending the mayor.
Yeah.
Or defending themselves from the mayor.
Yep. Seeing how how the repairs of the physically going to Christmas, the Grinch decides to steal it. He decides to steal it, and of course, we get the montage of "You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch," as he's building his sleigh and everything. Your heart's an empty hole. Yeah, I think Jim Carrey's probably singing a lot of those lines there in different voices, sort of like Robin Williams did as the genie with "You're a friend like me." However, that we do get that scene where the Grinch tries to stuff the Christmas tree up the tree as he's, going around to the houses and stuff. And of course, Cindy Lou catches him. I think either El Nedge or the critic or one of the people who reviewed it mentioned about how does she not know that that's not the Grinch. He said she's seen him before in this adaptation. I think Cindy probably knew that was the Grinch, but she probably was talking the way she did in a hopes of maybe still trying to reach out to the guy. And especially with all that she had recorded from information on him, and kind of sort of knowing him personally, sort of seeing that there was more to this guy than we thought. Sort of like Donkey trying to reach the Shrek. Yep. After stealing all this stuff, the Who's wake up saying, "Boo hoo, boo hoo."
And singing a song out of it.
Yeah. And of course the mayor joins them accidentally because a car is attached to his bed.
And then now he got angry this time. Really angry.
"Invite the Grinch, destroy Christmas!"
Imagine that angry was so powerful that he broke his bed in half from frequently pounding it.
Oh boy. I guess you'd have to get a new bed then.
Yeah, from frequently pounding it.
Of course.
I could see his face was turning red.
Of course, no one to blame but him. Yeah.
And he really got angry at Cindy Lou, but her dad stepped in to defend her because he couldn't stand to see her daughter sad again.
Oh yes, which of course led the rest of the town to realizing that they could still have Christmas without all this stuff, as well as comforting Cindy Lou at the same time.
Yes.
I'm glad he took our presents, because you can't hurt Christmas, Mr. Mayor. Why, this is all I need right here, just my family.
Aww.
Yep. And because of this, we get the Fa-Hoo-Ha song, like we've heard in the cartoon, which, of course, actually reaches the Grinch's heart, making it grow.
and he had a change of heart.
Of course, in a comedic way, but a change of heart nonetheless.
Yes. And Cindy Lou decided to see the Grinch once more,
which led him to coming down to Whoville with the sleigh of the stuff. "I'm the Grinch that stole Christmas."
and he returned all of them.
And of course, there was one special thing that was returned that actually turned out in the Grinch's favor. The ring that Martha's presented earlier as a proposal from the mayor. Well, Martha gives her heart to the Grinch.
Aww. I know he was happy.
And everybody has Christmas dinner at the Grinch's lair.
Oh yeah. I know in the animated version they all had dinner at Cindy Lou's house.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's where it was at.
I'm talking in the animated version.
Oh yeah, I knew it was one of the. Well, when I first saw it, I thought it was just a random house in Whoville, but okay, yeah.
But they decided to have it in the live action. They decided to have it in his cave.
Well, he did have a lot of room in there.
A big cave to invite the entire town.
Yep. Which means that there's gonna be quite a future for him and Martha.
Yes.
Yep. Which kind of leads to a joke somebody made comparing this Grinch and the Mike Myers cat in the hat to Batman vs. Superman. Martha, have to save Martha. Yeah, I guess in this case it would be the Grinch's love interest instead of the mother. And Grinch would be like, "Why did you say that name?" So that's the Grinch that Stole Christmas, a 2000 Jim Carrey version there for your special Christmas royal talk there. Definitely a really good, like I say, has its flaws. I'm not gonna, anybody that points out, little nitpicks and everything, they're there. But you gotta admit, you gotta admit where the heart of the film is definitely in the right place though, and definitely still worth checking out, especially with Jim Carrey's performance, and even with the whole thing of the bullying PSA sort of making the Who's seem a lot different from how the original cartoon is. It's still worth a watch for this take on the Grinch there. Hey, and definitely worth adding to your Grinch trilogy of the original, this movie, and Doctor Strange Grinch.
The 2018 version.
Oh yeah, I call it the Doctor Strange because that's the actor who played that Grinch.
Oh yeah.
Arnold.
I think his first name is Benedict somebody.
Okay.
Would have been nice if the Grinch had a British accent. It'll be cool. It'll be something different to add to the table.
Think so?
Yeah.
Ooh, excuse me.
Since the guy who played Doctor Strange is British, so why not?
Maybe he thought seen the Grinch previous and maybe he just wanted to deliver the classic there.
Yeah.
Who knows there? Yep. But yeah, definitely worth the what I call the Grinch trilogy there. Of the trilogy of the Grinch story being told. Yeah, you think about it there.
Even though, like you mentioned, the Grinch movie has its flaws, and it's sort of a mixed bag, but it is still enjoyable compared to the Mike Myers version of the Cat in the Hat. Like you rather just keep the live action How the Grinch Stole Christmas as a timeless classic and just keep the live action Cat in the Hat out of existence, like out of existence, that people will not remember that flick, and people would ask questions. If there's a live action How the Grinch Stole Christmas, is there also a live action Cat in the Hat? And some people might say, I don't think there was.
Or you don't want to see that.
Or they might say there is, but it's not. Let's just say it's not good.
Even our little nursery friend Nisha.
Yeah.
Agree, because one thing she told us last time that we talked with her there, one of the things that she mentioned, I don't know how old she said she was, but she mentioned her dad popped in the live action Cat in the Hat by mistake. She honestly thought she was going to be looking at the animated one. And when she saw Mike Myers pop up like that, she was like, oh dear Lord.
And don't forget to read How the Grinch Stole Christmas in the book.
Oh,
it's
yes.
also good.
Oh, yeah. You got both the black and white book and the color book, too.
Yeah.
You got two different books.
You could definitely read the book version to their kids before viewing the animated specials in the movie. Yeah,
then they could get just like how they got different novels of different movies that I've seen way back in the 90s, like the Pokemon first movie, they had a novel.
Yeah.
Space Jam had a novel. It was a lot of them. Even The Mask had a novel.
Yeah. And when it comes to the Cat in the Hat for your kids, just stick with the book version as well as the animated special. Yes,
that Cat in the Hat had a lot more common sense there.
Yes.
He was even more friendly, like he was supposed to be, because that character's supposed to be a friendly character.
Not rude and obnoxious.
Yeah, this is the animated. I am a cat. I put my feet on the mat.
He's also proper too, has manners.
And even had a little bit of an education in his songs and stuff. Didn't get that with Mike Myers though.
Same, and he don't even rhyme.
I'm not so good with the rhyming.
Yeah.
Even the Grinch, the live action Grinch was able to rhyme, and he wasn't even trying to.
It just came out of him.
I'm speaking in the rhymes.
And it still does make sense, and it's funny.
Because that's part of his character there. Yep. Yeah, that's definitely check this movie out along with your other Grinch films and books there.
Yes.
Yep, with to complete the Grinch collection.
Oh yeah. Or the Dr. Seuss collection.
Oh yeah, that would be the Grinch section of Dr. Seuss though.
Yes.
Yep.
If you're making a Dr. Seuss collection of movies, just leave the live action cabinet out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure his widowed wife would even tell you that.
Yeah. I think she was angry about the live action cabinet. She said that she stayed no more live action adaptations of Dr. Seuss's works. No more.
Yeah, see, Mike Myers ruined it for us.
Like, just stick with animation.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, that was. But yeah, definitely check those out there. No. You got anything else?
Well, it is a great watch to look at every Christmas, along with other films.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
It's enjoyable and memorable.
Yep.
That's it.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you were going to say. Okay, so anyway, yeah, definitely, definitely, check those out. Like what you saw here. Definitely like, share, subscribe. Share it with your friends and everybody, and also buy some of our available comic books and support us on Patreon. Definitely could use that there. And also have a very Merry Christmas there. And we will see you, as far as Royal Talk wise, next year for a very special month. You'll know what it is when we come on here. You'll know what that month will be. So until then, take care, everybody. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Bye, everyone. Merry Christmas, and also, an important note, always keep Christ in Christmas.
Exactly, yes. None of that X stuff. Yep. So, see you later.
Bye, everyone.